right there. What up? What up? What up? What up, people? What up? What up? How are you? How are you? How are you, my good people? How are you? Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are well, man. Happy St. Patty's Day. In case you celebrate it, I know it's still St. Patty's out there. So yeah, happy St. Patty's Day. What up? What up? What up, people? We are here. We are live. Smash that like button as you're coming in. Oh man, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff going on, man. I didn't even plan to be talking anything about AFCON and all that, but it's one of those topics that are out there, and right now it's very interesting the way this whole thing transpired. But yeah, Dennis Beckham, Victor Glokeres, whatever, man. Whatever. All right, dude. All right. I hope you're well. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Good to see you. First one through the gate. I know you're buzzing. We'll get to you. I know you're buzzing. We'll get to you. Let's go, Tony. What's going on, my brother? How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're well. People, let me know if you can hear me. Listen, we're here. All right. Football is coming back soon. All right. So, but today we saw some Champions League games. I didn't really sit and watch a lot of them. I was kind of keeping a close eye on this one team by the name of Arsenal. I was kind of hating on Arsenal, but the hate failed because the quadruple is still alive and well. Oh, Jesus. Come on. So people, welcome. Morocco is a shameless country. That's what, listen, in case you missed it, all right, Victor Gloker, there you go, but not to the Champions League. Don't worry about it, man. We're coming to the Champions League. But yeah, man, in case you missed it, in case you don't know what's going on, it's crazy. Apparently we have a new AFCON champion, right? A new AFCON champion, man, and that country is Morocco. They were awarded the championship today. Is it today when they announced it? Which is pretty mad, right? Which is pretty mad that something like that can happen. It's just crazy. We don't need to get Victor. There you go. So a quick recap. Ben Jacob was saying that Morocco has been awarded victory in the AFCON final via a 3-0 walkover over Senegal. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, appeal board has ruled Senegal forfeited the final, upholding an appeal by Morocco. Apparently, Morocco appealed right after, after that game, right? Ben Jacobs continues saying that it comes after the Senegal team walked off protesting a Morocco penalty. CAF say this is a breach of Article 84. AFCON rules state if a team refuses to play or leaves the field, they will be eliminated, right? So there you go. That is what is going on right now. And apparently, Senegal is getting stripped of their title. This is pure madness to me. I have never heard anything like that. I don't know if you guys have something like this happening. First of all, even if for Morocco players, do you really celebrate this? I mean, we're like, yeah, we're champions now. Come on, man. Come on, people. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know what you think, man. Brahimi Diaz penalty never happened. Yep, never happened. Exactly, right? It's mad, right? Because if this thing, whatever the CAF, Confederation of African Football, whatever they did, this is a disgrace. Because honestly, whatever the ref determined on the field, it should stand. The players came back, and they continued playing, and Senegal actually won, right? Morocco, they got a penalty. Dude tried to do a Penenka. The Penenka didn't Penenka, right? And they continue playing, and they lost. I mean, sometimes there's already this big like a stigma thing when it comes to African football. There's always like some under the table business going on. There's always that stuff going on. And then whenever they do a decision like this, it's just, it's just another nail in the coffin to say, you know what, African football is not serious, man. What? They're embarrassing us. But yeah, man, it's just when I saw this, I was like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, I wonder what the Moroccan players, are they going to leave their teams and go home to celebrate? Are they going to have like an open top bus with what? Are they going to make another trophy, or Senegal is going to have to bring that trophy back? It's just crazy. Madness. Let's go. We all know Senegal are true African champions. Exactly, right? Because Sadio Mane, right? Sadio Mane, he won the trophy. That's it. He probably that was his last AFCON, right? He rolled out in style with the trophy. Now you're gonna tell him, yeah, buddy, nah, you did not win that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I still see Senegal. Yeah, it's true. Senegal is still champion. We all know Senegal. Yeah, AFCON. There you go. This happened before back in the day with Juve. Oh, really? I did not know that. But with Juve, did it have to do with? I know in Italy at one point they had a lot of these betting like scandals and stuff like that, and then I think maybe that's what you're referring to. Juve was found guilty, and then they had to deduct points and all this stuff. Is that what you're saying? But yeah, that was crazy. Today was an Eze day in the Champions League. Come on, Victor Gokores, Eze day, man. Yeah, Eze's goal was on point. I gotta say it. Tony is saying that UFC fighter John Jones was stripped of his belt for a small trace amount of banned substance I found on it. Oh, okay. Cody became a champion, and I never looked at him at the rightful champ. Yeah, because it's one of those like, look, growing up, we're all, we teach our kids when we play, you want to win it on the field. You don't want to, try to get a win, off the field by, like this underhanded, like legal stuff. You win it on the field. That's where you need to do your talking. All right. Don't wait for the courts to hand you a win. Come on, man. Yeah, really, nobody's really gonna look at Morocco as champions for real. I know Ben Jacobs was saying that Senegal is definitely going to appeal that because not the entire team left the field. They left the field, of course, they came back. So it's one of those like, it's just mad to hear this type of thing happening. It's crazy. Yeah, match fixing scandal. There you go. Yeah, I remember that. So it's just it's one of those. It's pretty crazy. That is the big story of the day. Fabrice Romano was reporting Morocco has been announced as AFCON winners. How do you just announce AFCON winners? Senegal have been declared to have forfeited the match, with Morocco declared 3. How did they forfeit the match? These players came back and played and won fair and square. Madness. Yeah, well, that's the main story of the day. But of course, there was Champions League football, right? There was Champions League football, and the likes of Arsenal, they went through. Congrats. All right. Who do you face next? Is it Bayern, or who do you face? Victor Glockeret, Man City. Man City were sent packing. I think well deservedly for them to be sent packing because Man City did not show up today. And first of all, David Silva, was it David Silva? They got a red card. I didn't watch the game, but I saw the red card, right? I don't know what he was trying to do there. You're trying to block the ball with your little wing. What are you doing? I don't care what record books say Senegal are the true African champions. Yeah, for real. Absolutely. On UCL football, who played, I haven't heard anything at all about it. I know, man. Yeah. Listen, man. One thing is Chelsea got smashed by PSG, of course. I think it was like the aggregate was like 8 2 or something like that. Crazy. Chelsea were a disgrace. Of course, City, they were down a man for pretty much quite a huge chunk of that game. They try to put up a fight, but you know, Real Madrid, whenever it gets to this stage, that's when they put on their cape and then they start flying. 8-2 aggregate. That's mad. 8-2 aggregate. You know, that's crazy. Yeah, but right. It shows, you know, that Chelsea team, right? Whatever those owners are trying to do, right? They're trying to buy all these young talents out there, right? Go and get them, but they lack that experienced heads in that team, right? You can see when things are not going right, you needed some experienced heads to be like, yo, people, come on, man, we got this. We can still put up a fight, but they couldn't do anything, man. I was watching the highlights, they couldn't do anything. Sally, what's going on? Welcome, brother. And the crew, let's go. How are you, man? PSG might repeat. You think PSG got it? Man, I don't know, man. I still think it's a Bayern. I think it's Bayern, man. Bayern could go all the way. Bayern, Real Madrid could be the final. I don't know, man. Arsenal, you guys, the way you are scamming your way through, right? You guys could make the final, man, because who are you facing? Is it going to be Galatasaray? Chelsea owner thinks transfers are like FIFA. I know, right? That's crazy. Let's see. Arsenal, who do they face? Let's see. I'm trying to check. Do you know who you're facing, Victor Glokeres, next round? I'm trying to see if I can see it. Let's see. Arsenal. Where is Arsenal? Where's the other side? I'm not seeing this. Real Madrid. So Real Madrid are through. So Real Madrid face at Bayern, right? PSG could face either Liverpool or Galatasaray. Sporting. Oh, come on, man. What is that? Really? This lot, they're facing Sporting? But Sporting did a madness today, all right? Bodo Glimt, they you know, their season was going well, but today I think they forgot to play football, right? Come on, Sporting? Really? Bro, as it might be coming to replace Casemiro, I heard. Appreciate you. I know, right? Man, Eberechi Eze is feeling good, man. What a goal. What a goal, for real. Yeah, that's madness. People, happy St. Patty's Day for those who celebrate it, man. I got my green, man. Sally, what up? Arsenal will make the semi-final against Barca Atleti. They aid Bayern or PSG in the final. Yeah. I think even Arsenal versus Barca, I think that Barca Atleti one, I think, who do you think is going to go through there? Barca? Arsenal, Barca? Arsenal, I think they look stronger with what's his name, King Kai coming back. I think they look focused, man. Arsenal look focused. They look dialed in. They have a good bench. You know, yeah, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for it. Yeah, but Bayern, they're looking very strong. Bayern are looking very strong. So. And PSG, apparently PSG, they're going to get some of their players back. They have a lot of injuries too, if I'm not mistaken. So some of their players, when they come back, they could also kick on another gear. We have the best defense in the world. Defense wins you championship. Yeah. And that's what, when people are talking about that conversation of Premier League Player of the Year, you know, of course, Bruno should get it, but with you guys, for example, if you win the league, then it could be maybe Gabriel or Declan. So you do have some players who maybe they deserve to win it, but if you think about one player who has really carried a team, throughout this whole season, by example, it should just simply go to Bruno Fernandes. But I think it's going to be one of you, the Arsenal players. Defense can win you league, Champions League. You will need to be able to score out of nowhere. Yeah. Absolutely. Kai just got watch his shirt grabbing a hand up. Yep. And own up to it. That's true. Yeah. It's crazy, man. So it's, the other day, I think Arsenal started Kai Havertz, even though you have a Victor Gyokeres on the bench, but you can see how much Arteta trusts Kai Havertz, man. But yeah, B, give it to Saliba. That's you know what, Saliba or Gabriel, right? One of them. But Saliba has been really. Why not Declan? Declan Rice also, it could be one of them. If any Arsenal player, none of the attacking players really stand out. Yeah, none of them stand out, right? None of them stand out. That's why there's a big debate here when it comes to Bruno Fernandes, right? Bruno Fernandes on his assist, when they converted in numbers, basically Bruno's assists this season, they equal to like 18 points based on his assists and stuff. So, I mean, single-handedly, Bruno, is keeping us in this competition, keeping us in the Champions League run, So I think there's a big debate that is going to be had to see who really deserves the Player of the Year trophy, right? Bukayo Saka has been, yeah, exactly. That's another thing too with the Bukayo Saka thing. With Saka, I know he's going to be picked for England, but he hasn't been great. He hasn't been great this season. How many goals has he scored? I don't think he even has 7 or even under 5 goals, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So yeah, he hasn't been good. And then your captain Odegaard, he kind of felt him and Arteta. I think there's some kind of a beef, right? Which means Odegaard could be leaving. So interesting stuff. Arsenal don't have anything close to Kane, Olise, Diaz, or Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and co. I know those are the talisman that they can get you a goal from nowhere. But Arsenal, they will say, you know what? We don't have any of those, but we got Eze. We got Victor Gyokeres. But yes, I agree with you. They don't have the Kanes and the Olises and the Diazes and Kvaratskhelia, none of them. Boris, what up? Good morning. How are you, Boris? Hope you're well. JP, what's going on, brother? You good? Look at Bukayo Kaka. That's funny. Boris and JP, let's go, Sally. But we are Set Piece FC. There you go. Now see that is their secret weapon. Set Piece FC, right? We can hate on them, but they found this thing that works only for them very well, and that could be what they need, right? They're going to defend well, and when they get those set pieces, that will be it. They will score and lock it down. So yeah, that's their superpower, man. They don't have shows and Dalloz. I know, right? PSG is on another level in the Champions League. Boris, and even they're not even at the level they were last year, right? They're getting better, but of course they were playing a really sorry Chelsea team, right? We want to see PSG when they face the big dogs, right? We'll see, because the next round they're gonna face Bayern. That will be a dogfight, right? So we're gonna see how they perform there. But they have levels to get to. They have injuries. Some of their players on the return. It's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do. Chelsea in the mud. Chelsea in the mud. Same thing as Man City, man. In the mud. Chelsea should be banished from football. Listen, Chelsea. I saw that they were giving a suspended ban, right, for financial irregularities, right? Is that a word? Yeah. You know, but what happened to the 115 though? How come we're not hearing the 115? You know, when are we going to get the verdict out of that? Yeah, people, listen. Tony the Great dropped the link for the Discord. Go ahead and jump on there if you're not. JP, 19-year contract working great. Yeah, I know, right? Enrique will save Kvaratskhelia and Dembele for Champions League games. Yeah, he would have to, because and that's another thing too about PSG, right? They, I think in the Ligue 1 they're top, right? PSG, so they don't really need to worry too much about their well. Listen, this is interesting. PSG, they cannot really relax like that. I thought they're running away with their title over there in Ligue 1, but PSG is 57 points and Lens are 56 points. So, yeah. So they need to be fighting on that front as well to make sure they get these to secure the win for Ligue 1. So I don't know if he's going to be able to rest them like that, Sully. JP 115 should happen after this season. Has to during World Cup, and Lens lost this weekend. There you go. But for some reason, Lens, I didn't know they were up there that close to PSG, because usually that league, man, it's always PSG running away with it. So interesting stuff. And yeah, so I mean, obviously, Luis Enrique is, he knows how to handle that team. He's going to have to prioritize wherever he can, but I'm sure he would still want to win the domestic title. Diego Argueta, what up? How are you? People, if you did not smash that like button, smash it. And again, if you're just coming in, happy St. Patty's Day if you celebrate it. And if you're just coming in, did you see Morocco are now AFCON champions? Folks can just go behind the scene. Well, I know you lifted the trophy. Yeah, those celebrations did not happen. And now we're going to declare a different the opposition team as champions. Disgraceful move for Confederation of African Football. They're not serious. But yeah, so there's a lot. We'll see tomorrow how the game's gonna go. But I think Arsenal, they're looking good. It saddens me to say, as Victor Glocker has said, the quadruple is alive and well. I don't think you're gonna do it. You're gonna choke at one point, man. At one point, something gotta give. All right, something gotta give. We're gonna continue hating on y'all until it happens. All right, until it happens. All right, so let's see what else is going on in the news, man. It was interesting. Pep Guardiola says Real Madrid have not been my biggest challenge. My biggest challenge has been Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. Maybe you are in Spain talking to the journalists and you didn't notice. You have no idea how it was like to face Liverpool in those games. A great learning experience. All right, listen, man. I don't know. Pep, the way he has been talking, it sounds like he's leaving, but he's, he sounds like he's staying. I don't know, people. What are you thinking, man? Do we think Pep is going to pack up his bags, or he's going to want to rebuild the team again so he can challenge and go out on a high? Because I think if they won the league and or the Champions League, then maybe he could have packed up his bags. But now him leaving, I'm thinking he's going to be leaving at a low note. So I don't know. He should just go. All right, just go, Pep. Let someone else win some stuff. Diego saying that it's a disgrace, all because they disregard the same stuff against the Senegal, but only what with Morocco. Yeah, I agree. Men in Black agents. I know. They're Men in Black. They're like, look here. Yeah. They were erased twice. I know, man. it's just mad. It's crazy, man. Apparently, Hakimi, when he was leaving Stamford Bridge, one of the reporters was like, "Hey, Hakimi, did you see the news?" Hakimi just he was wearing his hoodie. He looked up. He just smiled. He kind of shook his head. He kind of rolled. He's like, "Listen, man, I don't even want to talk about it because I think most of these footballers they have pride winning the title like that. Knowing that they were they were defeated fairly and squarely in the game, they wouldn't really want to be associated with that. It will be one of those they're champions with an asterisk, like Arsenal." Like Arsenal, they'll be champions with the asterisk. They won it by using tactics that are unconventional. Okay. Yeah. So what else is going on, man? What else is going on? Manchester United have stepped up their interest in João Gomez, according to Graham Bailey. All right. Remontada was over for Chelsea in less than 10 minutes. I know. Less than 10 minutes, man. It was done. Yep. Have been champions. Alex Wang, what's going on, man? Asterisk for the best couple of years. Victor, Morocco are the Houston Astros of the world football. Yeah, man. Called the Black Arts. I'm telling you, man, Black Arts for real. JP, it was done last week with Chelsea. Listen, right now, Chelsea, they're going to continue to falling off, right? May it continue because we expect them to drop some more points in the next game, right? Our advantage, of course, is we're only playing once a week and we're not competing in all these different fronts. So we have to capitalize, right? We got to capitalize on this and, scoop up those points. They go, Chelsea suspended, transfer ban too. I know, Chelsea, they're criminals. Chelsea are criminals, right? They're saying, well, it wasn't under this regime. It was under Roman, but still, right? But still, criminal behavior, all right? Criminal behavior, man. It's showing, though, whatever the ownership is trying to do, it's not really working, right? Trying to go and pick up all these kids. Sometimes you need some experienced heads, man. Thiago Silva and them, you needed a couple of those in that team to help some of these guys. And I also saw a report that your boy Enzo Fernandes, he's apparently he's open for a move in the summer. So Enzo may be leaving, so not looking good. Stewie, what up, my man? That was a disgraceful decision by AFCON. Stewie, it's an embarrassment, right? Embarrassment, 100%. Being an African, I've been watching the AFCON competition for the longest time, and I know the shenanigans that usually behind the scene you keep on hearing this stuff when it comes to the CAF. It's embarrassing because how are people going to take you seriously, man? I mean, dude, the decision on the field is what should have stood. Right, the players came back. Ref continued with the game. A winner was declared. Trophy was lifted. Medals given. What are you gonna do? Take the medals back? Come on. The decision validates all the things people are saying after AFCON. Yeah, being a joke. I'm telling you, man, it is disgraceful, man. Quick with Chelsea judgment. Why not City? That's what I'm saying, Sally. Right? It's not fair. It's not fair here because so quickly, bang, let's ban Chelsea, to show an example. Dude, you guys with 115 Man City, you did already your investigations. You've done all your due diligence. Just come out and put that information out there. And that way we will see what happens, right? And for players like Elliot Anderson, excited to go to that team, he should think twice, Elliot. think twice, man, because when the hammer drops, it could be bad, right? It could be bad, right? Elliot Anderson, you could be in the championship, you know, right? So I saw a report that Elliot Anderson right now is for sure is going to be ending up in Man City. So we didn't want him anyway. Stewie, the result was decided by the players on the pitch. Exactly. It's so disappointing. I hope Morocco declines it. Dude, they're not going to decline it, man. Apparently, on socials, you see folks in the streets, you know, partying and excited and all this stuff. But I don't think we're going to see any of these players on their socials, you know, getting excited. We better not see my boy, no, we better not see our boy Nasir Mazraoui. You know, what is he, when he walks into the dressing room tomorrow, are they going to clap him, give him a guard of honor as a champion? That's so weird, right? Because whenever these players come, you know, from these tournaments, if you've won the winner's medal, they usually give you like a guard of honor, you know, welcome, man, congratulations, you know. So tomorrow, are they going to say, well, you're a champion now? Squeegee, what's going on, my man? How are you? One more year. Casemiro. I know, dude. Squeegee, man, I was thinking of you in there asking for that one more year. Listen, man, honestly, can he make a U-turn? I mean, Casemiro still got it, man. Can Case make a U? Can he be convinced? Casemiro, stay one more year. Or we should be like, listen, man, he has done his part. Let him go, right? But yeah, man, I love the chant, the one more year, man. I saw a lot of videos of that, man. One more year. City has so many midfielders. Elliot Anderson will not start for City. No, he will, man. I think he will. Elliot Anderson, right now, they could really use like Anderson in that midfield for City. So I think he goes there. I think he starts. Let's come on, bro. What are you talking about? Hey, Arsenal should decline the trophy if they win it because they don't deserve it. Yeah, right. Dude, do you know how many years they've been looking for this trophy? Listen, let's just prepare ourselves for the torture that will be coming, because this lot, they will be unbearable. And justifiably so. You know, it's been a while. You know, they're not used to winning silverware, so they'll be coming at us. All of us. Oh, geez. Let's go. Still SQG. Yeah, I think he's going, man. Sadly, but what sending off from the fans. Yeah, dude, Squeegee, man. Oh, and you can see, dude loves this club, man. He loves it. And the way he's going out in style, that is how you exit, man. You exit on a high, you know, leaving everything on the field. The fans love you. That is the best way to exit. You know what I mean? So big up to Cass. I know, and oh, man, I cannot imagine the limbs, Squidgy, when Cass scored that header. You know, you guys were losing your minds. What is Elliot Anderson gonna start over? Who is he gonna? Who is Elliot Anderson is gonna start over? I don't know. I mean, who do they have in the midfield for City? Of course, Rodri is not reliable, right? He still has the injury situation. So, who else do they have in the midfield for City? I have a feeling that he starts, man, if he goes over there. Got a party bus ready to go. I know, right? That's crazy. Arsenal fans already unbearable. I know. Still, let them celebrate it. It's been 22 years. I know, right? Let them celebrate him in 22 years. It's been a minute, you know. Boris, so how is Morocco being awarded the AFCON Cup of Nations? It's so bizarre. Well, because you remember that, I don't know if you watched the game or you must have seen the scenes. Morocco was awarded a penalty. Senegal were protesting. Some of the players left the field. So according to the rules, you cannot leave the field. Sadio Mane had to go in the dressing room to tell his players to come out back to play. So they did come out and continue playing. The penalty that they were awarded Morocco, Brahimi Diaz decided to do a Panenka, missed it. And then after that, Senegal went to win it, fair and squarely. But now, because of the appeal from Morocco, the governing body of the African football said, yep, you were right. They did leave the field. So Senegal forfeited the title. Give it to Morocco. Ridiculous. Embarrassment. So, yeah, it is bizarre. Honestly, it's a bizarre situation to happen, for sure. I would rather not win, make it to the 3. Squeegee, if you have the field of play, you forfeit the game. If you leave the field of play, you forfeit the game. That's what that's the rule, apparently. But apparently, if you read the rule closely, I heard someone was explaining, it is leaving the field and or leaving the stadium. There's some fine print, right? So basically, when Senegal appeal it, they'll say, like, we didn't really leave the field. We were still in the vicinity, all right? Yeah, we went to the dressing room, but we were still around there, kind of thing. So there's this weird explanation that I saw one of the commentators on, ESPN FC, one of the African journalists was explaining it, that they could use that as part of their appeal and all this stuff. So yeah, it's just crazy. But still, if that was the case, then the ref should have blown the whistle right there, right? When they left, blow the whistle, give the three goals to Morocco, call it a day. But if the ref says, you know what, let's play on, it means we play on. It's crazy. Manchester City hasn't been the same since Kevin De Bruyne left. Yeah, they've struggled. And of course, Rodri also being injured too. They haven't been the same. Then why didn't the ref blow the whistle to end the game rather than yeah, exactly, right? That's what Stuart was saying. The ref then should have blown the whistle, then applied the rule. You guys left, it's done. They get the trophy. But we always say the ref ruling is the final, it's the final decision, right? The ref decided to have the boys continue playing. They did. But it's just craziness. But back to United. Chris Wheeler is reporting that Manchester United have informed Bruno Fernandes, who has a release clause for foreign clubs, that the club will do everything to keep him this summer. This is an unanimous decision within the hierarchy. What is everything, man? What is everything? Now, whenever they say this, Chris Wheeler, what is everything? You're gonna give him a pay rise, 400,000. I think he deserved it. He deserves it. What is everything? I wish Bruno can go in there in the boardroom and demand, I need winners in the middle of the park. We are close. All right. I wish he demands that. Goes in there and say, listen, man, if you want me to stay, I want to see action. I want to see you all do your job. Just do your job. Sign, go do whatever you need to do. Get Anderson in here. Do whatever you need to do. Go ahead and sign a Tenali, Then I'll know you guys mean business. So I don't know, whenever they say this, they'll do everything in their power. Come on, this guy is not really motivated by money, right? Even if you give him 400,000, it's really not, if he was motivated by money, he could have gone to Saudi, in my opinion, I think. So, we're gonna see what what the board, the hierarchy mean by we'll do everything in our power. But I do think, yes, Stewie, I think Bruno is staying, because even the post-match interview after our last win, he did mention that the way he was talking, he's not talking like someone who's leaving, right? He talks like, yo, this is where we want to be in the future, kind of thing. We want to challenge for Champions League and all this stuff. So I think he's going to stay. But we'll see what the ownership really they're gonna do. AI is so crazy, man. uh, AI is so crazy. I'm seeing something, a clip of Chelsea players coming out wearing skirts. That is so messed up. I'm gonna drop it in the Discord. AI is messed up. My gosh. Let's go. Let me just drop this in there real quick. Let's go. I really want to see Bruno lift the Premier League and the Champions League. Yeah, man, dude, the guy deserves it, honestly, right? And it, he deserves to do it at our club, right? We don't want him to go out there because he can leave. He can go to Bayern. He can go to any team, right? And he's going to be able to lift silverware. So it's really going to have to be, he's going to have to make this decision where he has to be convinced that the project that we're going to embark on in the summer is going to turn out to be give us trophies, right? Someone may need to tell him, hey, what manager are we signing? Are we keeping Carrick, or are we going to that best in class? Are we going to go and try to convince Luis Enrique? And Luis Enrique on this last press conference, he kind of shut down the door of him leaving PSG, but in a funny way. So I don't know if he's gonna really be ready to leave PSG for us. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what this Ineos team they have in store and what they're planning to do. Because if you are serious right now, they should know who's the manager going to be that we're trying to go for. Because you need to tell these players, if you're going to sign them, they want to know who's going to be playing for. Bruno is staying. He's stayed last summer with the club. Was willing to let him go. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Even now, right? The club was willing to let him go, but now the club is they're in a very tight spot because they already indicated to him that they were willing to let him go last season, right? And then now the club is like, we're so sorry, Bruno. I'm so sorry. We're all sorry. Everybody on their knees because of what Bruno has done for the club. And now you guys are going to have to beg him to stay. So, yeah, it's interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. The Athletic is reporting that West Ham defender El Hadji Malik Diouf is on Manchester United's shortlist ahead of the summer window. However, no formal approach has been made yet. Listen, if these guys go down, Diouf is a baller, all right? We should be like that. That should be our first signing, man. Get him. There's no way the club will let Bruno and Casemiro leave in the same summer. Yeah, I know there's one thing to not to let them leave, but is another to convince him to stay, right? Because if Bruno wants to leave, he can leave, right? So you guys have to convince him to stay, right? So what is the club going to do? Casemiro is leaving for sure, right? But what is the club really going to do to make sure, like, okay, this guy is encouraged enough and to willing to say, you know what, I'm not getting any younger, but I'm willing to give it another season, right, at United. So yeah, but from what we see, I think Bruno is staying, but they need to really back him in the summer, give him help, give him a midfield that works. It's going to be tough replacing Casemiro already, right? They really have to go heavy, serious ballers. Stop messing about. Because even if they go and get Joao Gomez, right, he's not really like the top, tier midfielder that we need to be getting, right? The whole Adam Wharton thing, Wharton has been looking good. We need to go heavy and try to make sure we secure Adam Wharton if we fail to get Anderson, because Anderson looks like he's going to City, right? But the thing is, with Wharton, we see reports that Liverpool are looking at him. So it's going to be tough, man. We need to have third, plan C, D, E, right? Of course, there are other players. Mecha, of course, Baleba is there. They still want him. Brighton, apparently they may be willing to cut the price, right? Brighton, can you imagine if we paid 100 million for Baleba last season, right? I was one of them. I'm a Baleba, man. Pay the money. Pay the money. Jeez, that's crazy. It's one of those things, right? With Ineos, I'm glad they didn't, because had they, went ahead and pulled the trigger and got Baleba, and now look, we're about to get him maybe not more than, maybe 60 or even 50, right? It's crazy the way within a season, the way things can change. Franklin, what up? Yo, look, been a while. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. I see United playing amazing again. Franklin, that's what we do, man. We're going places, son. We're going places. Good to see you, Franklin. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Sally is saying so crucial we get things done as early as possible and a plan B and not get in a bidding war. Exactly, right? We don't want to do this whole bidding war thing. We don't have time for it, right? We get that plan B in, we move on, right? Now we see some reports that we already kind of, some deals are kind of being worked on early. We may see apparently in the next international break, we may hear some players that we could be signing. I really like the link for this El Hadji Malik Diouf. It's definitely going to be one of those players that exciting to see if we can really secure his services if West Ham go down, right? Let's see. Who do you think can replace Casemiro? Tonali, man. I want Tonali if we can do it. All right. I think Casemiro, Tonali could do it, but you see, with Casemiro, whoever's going to replace him, it's going to be so tough to replace him because Casemiro gives us, he's a threat. Like as a DM, scoring goals like the way he has, you don't see that a lot. Am I mistaken? You don't see that a lot. But dude is dangerous on set piece. He has 7 goals right now. You don't really get a deep lying midfielder like that banging in goals like the way he's doing it. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, I think, to get a replacement. Baleba will come alive as soon as he puts on the United shirt. He told Brighton to let him go, but they decided to be greedy and hold off to get Moise Caicedo type of money. But Baleba drove his price. Yeah, but also that's not really a good look because I think the last game Baleba was dropped, right? So again, it's good news for us, of course, because now we can go and tell Brighton, yeah, you cannot ask for 100 million for this player. Look at kind of season he has had, right? Yeah, so let's bring that price down. Imagine if our boy Bruno gets 4 more assists this year and eclipses Arsenal best player in assists. Listen, that best player Thierry Henry was singing Bruno's praises out there, man. He was like, "Yo, Bruno," he calls him Brain Fernandes, because he's saying Bruno, whenever he's playing, he's thinking like 3 steps, 4 steps ahead, right? Some of those passes, like the one he pinged for Cunha, incredible, right? Dude is using his third eye, incredible stuff. Even with Champions League targets like Tonali and Wharton, will be tough to get. Yep, absolutely. And we know Newcastle, they're not going to make our lives easy. They're gonna fight tooth and nail. But to allow one of their prize possession to leave. Ben Jacob was saying that with Newcastle, it's not going to be. I think it's going to be either Bruno Guimaraes or Tonali to leave, but it won't be both of them. I hope we get Tonali, man. I want Tonali to come through. Victor Glocker saying, I just got a new video Arsenal with a bottle of the league. I know, man. You saw the dude? The dude was doing a whole bunch of voodoo-ness there. When I saw that, I couldn't stop laughing, man. Victor, your name back to Dennis. You were dropping points. Yeah, change. I know, right? I can't for another 10 days. That is interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, man. So we definitely have interesting couple of interesting summer coming up. Stewie, it won't be easy to negotiate with Newcastle for Tonali or Bruno Guimaraes. It won't be. It won't be. But they need to sell. That's the thing, right? Newcastle, I don't think they're going to win the Champions League, right? Are they in the Champions League? Right? So, or they're not even going to, they won't even qualify for Champions League next season. So they would have to, for PSR situation, they need to sell someone to bring in maybe like 60 million, that kind of thing. And one of them, Tonali or Guimaraes, will bring you that money that they need, right? They just need to sell one, according to Ben Jacobs. And then you make that sale, and then they're good. They're good to go. They don't have to really like sell more than that. I can't for another thing that goes to it. It won't be easy to go. Squeegee! Tonali wants to go back to Italy. I heard, yeah, that's correct. Don't think United will get him. Yeah, but the thing is, he wants to go to Italy, true, but really none of these Italian teams can afford him. That's the thing, right? Fabrizio Romano was saying, yeah, ideally, he would want to go back to Italy, but none of these Italian teams can afford his salary and his and how much like to buy him, right? That's why there was talk that most likely it was going to be a Premier League club like Arsenal. Arsenal, they were looking at Tonali. Man United, there were some links there. So that could be the advantage that we have in the Premier League. Most of these teams like us, Arsenal, we have the money to be able to afford those wages. So we'll see, man. Dude, if we get Tonali, my gosh. I mean, yeah, I'll be like, you know what, Ineos, you guys, all right, you're cooking. Now go get us 3 more, right? I think they would set a rough price of like 70 to 80 mil. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be something like that price. And dude, I mean, sometimes, you may have to cough up that kind of money, right? If we were going to do, we already had what, 60 something million we're gonna use for Semenyo. Yeah, top it up, make it to 80, and go ahead and bring yourself a Tonali. Come on, we can do this. According to Alex Crook, he's saying that Manchester United are planning to sign a new left back as well as 2 midfielders in the upcoming close season. With United on course to qualify for Europe under Michael Carrick, the Old Trafford hierarchy have doubts over Luke Shaw's physical ability to play more games. No shit. Really? Come on, man. We can, yeah. If we're going to go next season, when we play Champions League football, we cannot depend on Luke Shaw. Right? Really? You cannot depend on Luke Shaw because of his, the physicality. Yeah, man. Stop messing about. Interesting stuff, man. ASEP Gaming, what up? Hello, how are you? If you are new, my name is Luther. This is Man United Central. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe. Welcome. How old is Joelinton and Value? Ooh, wouldn't mind him as a squad filler. Man, Joelinton is a beast. Joelinton. Joelinton age. Yeah, we ain't getting him. My guy is 29 years old. 29 years old. His market value is between 32 and 32.6 million. and 39.9 million is between there, 32 and 39, so somewhere there. But they are 29. We ain't getting him, mate. He ain't coming, but he's a beast. If United manage to catch City, and finish second with Champions League football next season, then there is plenty of money to spend on quality midfielders. Yeah, because again, Fabrizio was saying that Man United's plan is to, at least from Rashford and Rasmus, to bring in like 80 million between them two, right? So we got some money coming in there, and of course the money that we're going to be saving on salaries and stuff like that. I mean, we can do some business, man. We can do some business. Should get Victor Perez like 29. He should get an ALP card. I know, man. Let's go. ASEP Gaming, is there still Mbumo at Manchester United? Yeah, man. Mbumo is there, going strong. All right. He's there. Our boy Sam Lockhurst, he's saying that Manchester United could let up to 4 goalkeepers leave the club this summer. United plan to sell Andre Onana. Hallelujah. Okay. They're planning to sell Andre Onana. The club are due to hold discussions before the end of the season to outline their specific plan for him. All right. Club sources expect Altay Bayındır to be sold. Besiktas are interested in signing him. United are planning to sit down with Tom Heaton. The heat is on in the coming weeks to settle his future. Heaton is open-minded about whether to extend his contract into next season or retire. Dermot Mee could be released. So that's 4 goalkeepers. Yeah. Of course, Vitek, they really rate him. So Vitek, it looks like Vitek next season is coming. He's going to be part of the first team. I like that. Of course, we're going to have to bring in another goalkeeper if we're going to offload the number 1 shot stopper, Andre Onana. You know, and listen, man, the heat is on. I think he has the best gig, right? He's, you know, you're getting paid to just chill for vibes, part of the leadership group. You know, come on, Heaton, just stay. All right, just hang out. You know, get your coaching badges done. You know, be part of the coaching team or something. Just hang out. I would be concerned if we are only getting 2 and end up with Joao Gomes and Baleba. Oh my God, that will be terrible, right? See what Sally said there, right? And knowing our ownership, man, that would not be a surprise, right? That will not be a surprise because they may go the cheaper route, saying, "Well, we tried to get Anderson, we tried to get Wharton, it didn't work, but you know, here's Joao Gomes and here's Baleba. You know, Baleba loves us. You know, yeah, it won't work. You know, that type of signing, I don't think it will convince Bruno very much to stay. The Racer, what up? He's the Scott Carlson of Man United. Yeah. The heat is on, man. So yeah, again, Man United plan for the summer is 4 players. They're planning to bring in 2 center mids, 1 left-sided center back, and a goalkeeper. That's it. That's what they're trying to do. It is not enough, man. It's not enough. Wilcox, that is not enough, man. We need at least 5 or 6 if we can do it. That is not enough at all. Now, Sam Lockhurst is also saying that if United rebrands Patrick Dorgu as a winger, then they could instead invest in a new specialist left back. There are doubts whether Luke Shaw would be able to contend with the more taxing schedule next season, with United likely to be back in Europe. What are your thoughts on the rebrand of Dorgu as a winger? You like it? Don't like it? What are we saying? Bro, are you a Manchester United coach? I am not a Manchester United coach, man. I said gaming. I am just a fan. You know, just a fan, man. Tony, is there a Manchester United is that the Manchester United jersey? Yeah, the one behind me. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that is Man United jersey. Tony, R5P49. What up? Welcome. If you are new, smash the like, hit the subscribe button, people. My name is Luther. Welcome. Yeah. Rebrand my boy Dorgu as a winger. Interesting. I like the idea though of us bringing in another left back, right? Obviously, if they're planning to do that, it means our boy Diogo Leon is not ready at all to come in and do the business next season, right? So, and Diogo Leon also, isn't he like 20 something? How old is Diogo Leon? Because he's not that young. Diogo. Diogo Leon. Diogo Leon is 18. Okay, so he's still got some ways to go, but he doesn't have much time, man. I mean, he needs to really step up his game. Yeah, he's 18. Because we need him. We need him, man. We need coverage on that left side. Is that much? They go. Sally, the A tier is Tonali, Anderson, Wharton, Camavinga. Then B tier is Mecha, Baleba, Joao Gomez. We need 2 A tiers and 1 B tier. Oh, man, won't that be beautiful? You get ourselves. Listen, a Camavinga is not a bad idea. Camavinga can come in. I know, yeah, we worry a little bit about Camavinga's injury situation, but what a baller he is, right? And the good thing is with Real, they like to do business with us because whenever you see Real ready to offload a player, they've already evaluated the player. They're like, no, you're not gonna work, man. Go over there. But I think he still has levels that he can definitely do something for us in that midfield for sure. Because honestly, a Camavinga or a Tonali, that would be ideal. And then for me for tier 1, I mean A tier, I'll go with, of course, Anderson. But at the back of my head, I'm still telling myself that Anderson is going to go to City, right? So Tonali, Camavinga won't be bad, I think. Or are they pretty similar players? No. Yeah, I mean, I would like a Tonali and Camavinga. That would be nice. And then tier 2, I like the Mecha and Joao Gomez. But maybe I'll take Mecha, man. But knowing United, they're gonna go with Baleba. So tier 2, the second tier most likely is just gonna be, if we're just gonna sign one from the B tier, I think it's just gonna be a Balebs. Tony, let's go. Tony saying, well, I know you're looking forward to the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament in North America. It's in Canada and Mexico. As we all know that England will be participating in this historic event. Tony, 100%, man. Tony R. All right, there's another Tony here. Tony R. Yes. Looking forward to the World Cup, absolutely. And, talking about the World Cup, did you guys see that YouTube has signed a deal, some kind of deal to broadcast the games via YouTube? I don't know if you guys saw that. I need to look up that. That statement by YouTube. Like it was a deal they signed. Oh yeah, there you go. FIFA has announced their agreement with YouTube to broadcast the 2026 World Cup. Media partners will be allowed to broadcast the first 10 minutes of matches on YouTube. So that is big right there. So yeah, the World Cup is going to be exciting. Just asking. No, that's all right, man. It's cool. Don't apologize. Sally, even if Tonali, Estela, Gomez, we can work with that. Oh my God, dude. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can work with it because whatever we have now, not good enough. Not fit for purpose. Tonali, Stila, Mecha is doable as well. Yeah. Stila, Baleba, Tonali, that can work as well. Like whatever whatever we do it, Tonali needs to be in there. And Stila will be ideal as well. The racer, Man United, for the players no longer good enough for Real Madrid. Yeah, listen. Sometimes it happens that way, right? Casemiro came over. Yes, he had a really good first season. So what if Camavinga comes in and gives us the first really good season, we win the trophy? It's doable. And Casemiro is, his last season as he's leaving now, he's going out in style. So, and Camavinga is still young. So, yeah, there's hope. There's hope. There's definitely hope. What else we got going on, people? Let's see what else we got going on. According to Fabrizio Romano, he's saying that people at Manchester United see JJ Gabriel as absolutely the next big thing. United are absolutely buzzing with him and count on him as the next to be a big part of their future plans, right? JJ Gabriel, man, next season, can't wait to see him. And if Kadeki takes over, we're gonna see a lot of these youth, man. I'm looking forward for that. People, if you are new, Tony the Great, drop the link for the Discord. Hit the link, man. Jump on the Discord. All right, we're trying to build that out. Sally is saying that they are packing their packing order and are not at the top. Baggers can be too choosy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But one thing also is what we have going on for us is we finally have Champions League to offer these players, right? So they cannot say, well, you're Man United. Yeah, I know you're Man United, but you don't have Champions League football, right? Now we're going to go in there and say, listen, we got Champions League football. Next season, we're going for the title. Do you want to be part of this, waking up this giant? Like Cunha said, Cunha was like, we're sleeping giant. We're about to wake up. So, when you're talking to these players, you be, listen, man, you see what we've done in this couple of games here? We finished second, right? So we're very close to first. So it means from this point on, all right, I'm assuming by the time the season is over, we're finishing second. We're catching City. We're looking for City right now. All right, we're finishing second, and then we'll be like, listen, we got Champions League football. So next season, we're going to challenge. All right. So we do, we have some selling points whenever we try to recruit these players. The only issue is that manager situation. They need to finalize who the manager is going to be, right? They need to do that. The racer is saying, I remember players being hyped to be the next Messi, Ronaldo, a great potential, only to fall apart. I get excitement is encouraged, but sometimes feels a little much with JJ's situation. Yeah, we got to tone it down, right? Because this is what we do as fans, right? We build up these players so we can tear them down. Same thing as these reporters out there, right? We build them up so we can tear them down. So we got to, cut, tone it down, let this kid develop slowly. Don't put so much pressure on him, because whenever statements like that come out, like Fabrizio, yeah, obviously he's seeing it. But the good thing is, kids like him, you'll find that they have really, like, the parents probably, like, they've really grounded him. So, the whole thing doesn't get to his head, right? I was watching Stephen Howson. No, it was no. It wasn't Stephen Howson. It was someone on AFTV. It was saying that Max Dowman, um, his parents, they're so cool, and the kid, he's so talented, but you can't even tell, like the way he carries himself at school and everything. He doesn't walk as if, yeah, man, I'm the youngest player to score in the Premier League. Like he's a normal kid. He just chills, he doesn't walk being a show off kind of thing. So yeah, Manuel be like, there you go. The environment has to be right for youngsters, and it's getting better. So yeah, it is. Honestly, it is. It was in response to Kamavinga. Okay, gotcha. Much like we were super pumped for Cheeto and Leon. Yeah, exactly. Alex Wang, isn't it that we do put them on the first team? He'll be snatched up. I mean, next season we really have to play our cards right. Like we gotta. The good thing with United, we do this very well, right? We have a track record of these youth players getting to first team and doing bits, right? We got a really good example right now with Kobe Mainoo, right? He's one of them, and of course, these kids, they know Rashford went through the system and blew up. So we do have a track record of doing that. But next season, we really have to show JJ like, yo, listen, man, you're going places, and you there's a pathway to first team football and all this, because yeah, Barcelona, all these teams, they're looking at this kid, ready to snatch him. So we gotta play our cards right. It's not only Man United's thing, even though track record for the other over the years has been lackluster with the club. Just in general, you want to wait it out and see how they play in Premier League before hyping. Yeah, and I think that's what also Michael Carrick was saying, talking the idea of bringing these youth, even JJ, to have training with the first team. You bring them over to train with the first team. That way, they see how the big guys train, what intensity and all this. That way, they kind of slowly try to understand what it takes to play for the first team. And of course, next season, I think if we didn't get knocked out of the FA Cup and stuff like that, JJ could have gotten some game time, right, with the first team. Next season, yeah, he's going to see some games because we're going to be challenging in all these fronts. Yeah, he's going to get some game time, and we'll see what he can do. But I bet you, this kid, once he steps on that hallowed turf at Old Trafford, representing the first team, he's going to do a madness. I can just see it right now. Because from the games that we watch him play, man, he takes on players. I still get that vibes. Like he's like Neymar, the way he moves, and he's really good. Opposite of Garnacho, yep, definitely opposite of Garnacho. Max Dowman hype is because he's already proving it. Yep, he is, and he was given the chance, right? So the same thing with JJ. I think once he's given the chance to get to that first team, I think he's gonna prove us right. Same thing like Shea Lacey, right? That's another one that he hasn't really got much chance, but ideally by now we should have seen a lot of Shea Lacey, but we just got knocked out of everything, so there was no really space to use him as much as we would like. JJ hasn't played a single minute in the Prem. When does it? Next season, man, next season. So is it Real Madrid versus PSG next round? No, PSG versus, it's going to be PSG Bayern. I think it's going to be PSG Bayern, if I'm not mistaken. Sporting FC it will be light work. Quadruple hype, let's go. It's always felt to me like the club is over compensating their failure by doing the JJ thing. We'll be interested to see the development of Rio at Liverpool. Who's showing the hype, JJ hype? Yeah, I mean, again, Rio got a chance with the first team, right? So yeah, next season I think he's going to tell us quite a bit when it comes to JJ, right? He's going to get that chance to really prove himself out there, with the big boys. Lacey definitely showed potential. Yeah, I know. I really wish that he got more chance to show us what he can do, but he has potential for sure. So we do have interesting young players coming through. There was another one that is also like he's really doing bits right now for the under 18s. I forgot his name. Not Lacey, not Montato. There's another kid. Apparently he's a winger. He's a winger, and then he's like this tall winger, like close to 6 feet or something like that. I forgot the kid's name. He's another one that people they say, oh, you got to keep an eye on this kid as well. I'm gonna look it up. Let's go. Remember? Oh yeah, Boyan. Yeah. From Barcelona. Yep, I remember. He was supposed to be the next Lionel Messi. Yeah, Boyan Kirkic. I know. By the media, and then he flopped hard because he couldn't handle the pressure. Yeah, that's true. Victor Gokores is exactly hard to buy into it until merit is shown. Yep. That's the racer. That's correct, man. Twisted Fate. What? Morocco AFCON? What have I missed? Twisted Fate. The story is Morocco is now AFCON champions 2026. The African football, the Confederation of African Football, they have awarded Morocco the trophy because Senegal. Remember, Senegal walked off the field, right? So apparently they went back and applied the rule that says if you walk off the field, then you're forfeiting the game, right? So that's what they did. Even though Senegal lifted the trophy, beat Morocco fairly and squarely, right? So now the governing body went back and said, well, this rule, we're going to apply it here, and we're going to switch things around, and then Morocco, the trophy is yours. Disgraceful, if you ask me. If they're good enough to play, they will play. Yeah. What is that saying? If you're good enough, you're old enough. Yeah. So we'll see. Funny how things of the AFCON decision ruins it. Yeah, man, that was terrible. The AFCON decision it's disgraceful, honestly. If ref had made it during the match, exactly. If it was during the match, the players, when they walked off, he should have blown the whistle, disqualify them, give Morocco the trophy. Dude, you don't let them play on, and then we kind of flip the results after the fact 2 months later. Really? It's crazy. When the World Cup happens, people should throw towels to the supporters for banter. I know, right? Twisted. I know. Listen. That's what I was saying. Twisted Fate earlier. So tomorrow, when Mazraoui comes to Carrington, are they going to give him a guard of honor? Because usually whenever you win a trophy, man, you come back. Usually your fellow players and the managers, whatever, they usually give you like a guard of honor coming in because you are now a champion, right? So are they going to do that or what? That's crazy. African champions, I won it. Yeah, Maz won it before Salah. Oh man, I didn't even think of that. Salah doesn't have an AFCON? I thought he does. Wonder if ref even knew about it, even though admittedly Senegal had a track record of such things. Yeah, but I mean the Moroccan Federation, they appealed it right there and then, but of course he had to go through the process and all this stuff. But again, if the rule is a rule, the ref should have just applied it, right there and called it a day. Oh, no, Egypt's AFCON have all been without Salah. Oh, okay. Interesting. Because I know Egypt, they've won quite a few AFCONs. But yeah, incredible stuff, man. Incredible stuff. So yeah, the whole AFCON thing today was just madness. Pure madness. Paul Scholes, this was interesting. He said this on Bruno Fernandes. I'm happy he doesn't complain much lately. He just focuses on playing good football and creating assists. The passes he makes and the chances he creates are unbelievable. His consistency, he's been doing it for years with zero ego. A real leader on the pitch and someone I would love to keep watching next season. That's what's up, man. I think that's said it well there, Paul Scholes. Thought you were going to throw a dig at the guy. But Bruno is the man. Sally, either way, once it happened, neither was going to be happy. Yeah. Racer can see both sides of the argument. What's the point of having rules if they're not enforced? But what's the point of enforcing it when it's not done when it should? Exactly, right? If the rule applied right then blow the whistle. Yeah, but don't go through the whole motion. You give them the trophy. They do the open top bus celebration. The players, they're rocking their medals, and then 2 months later you come up with a decision. It does not look right. But reports are saying that Senegal will definitely appeal that. So we are going to see. But again, it's one of those, I don't think the players will really like to win the trophy that way, right? You want to win it on the field. And Morocco, obviously, after that game, they were defeated, right? They lost. So to get a trophy under the table thing, here you go. Here's your participation trophy. I don't think they'll like that very much. Senegal should have been disqualified when they walked off. Yeah, they should have done it right there and then. Twisted, I'm biased. I only see Morocco side. I know, man, but I hear you, Twisted. I hear you, right? But it just, I don't know. It doesn't feel, the players, I don't know how they will take it. I don't know how they will take it, right? That's all. That's my point. Ref likely wasn't aware of it. Someone should have. Ref, by the way, the rule book says if they walk off, man, shut this thing down. Let's go home. All right. Someone should have told the ref. What if they were too bad and set piece were with Arsenal? Let's go. The race. Doubt the players' opinions matter. I think it's important to enforce it because if not, sets the precedent to Senegal and others. If they don't like something, just walk off. Yeah, I mean, what they did was not correct, but it's just a matter of the way the governing body did it, right? 2 months later, yeah, this thing should have been settled, a week later or something after the final. Ideally, they should have done it on the field. So there's a lot of craziness that went on. Yeah, timing just incredibly bad. Yeah, timing is terrible. The African Luther, there's no taking it well. I can guarantee. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Imagine Sadio Mane, man. He'll say, finally, I got the AFCON. I can retire from international football in peace. And now you'd be like, yo, Saito, did you see did you see the message? Yeah, you did not win it, man. That was AI. It didn't happen. Fake news. Oh boy. If Manchester United were second against us in the Prem and the FA deducts 10 points from us, would you accept? That's the thing, right? That's a good point. I don't know. Even when Man City, if they get the 115 charges, there's some report that if they do, the 115 charges hit, if they strip them some of their titles, Man United, there's one of those, it becomes ours, right? Right? So that being the case, are we going to do like an open top bus celebration? Now we have another Premier League title? I mean, I don't know. It will look funny. I'll take the trophy, but it will be one of those like, come on, man. It won't look right. but I'll take the trophy though. That means we have 23 Premier League titles. Is that going to discussing why? Or discussing how, why it happened. Obviously, yeah. Twist of fate. Gokarez. There's a lot of to go into the question, like how many points behind you are. What's the goal difference? How about both teams playing? Yeah, there you go. Interesting stuff. By the way, guys, listen, I forgot to tell you, the Boom Boom Nasal Stick. All right, simple. They're right here. It's time for me to use mine. Yeah. If you want to breathe better, clear your nasal passages, check out the Boom Boom Nasal Stick. I did link them down in the description there. Try them. Let me know how it makes you feel. And don't use it with other stuff, right? Don't put other stuff in here and then, the money side of the contract is why I seriously doubt any league title will be overturned. Bonuses with past players alone would be a headache alone. Yeah, I'm telling you, it will be. I don't know how they would handle it, honestly. Right? I don't know how they would handle it. It will be incredible. Senegal needs some Boom Boom Nasal Sticks after getting the AFCON stripped. Yeah, I know they sure do. They sure do, man. Yeah, man. But this interesting stuff, man. But anyway, people, listen. It's been an hour and change. You guys have been wonderful. Let's pick it up tomorrow, man. Slowly but surely. Friday is coming. Football is coming. So we'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow. People, have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching us. I appreciate you guys. As always, thank you. Peace out, guys. Take care.